Hello friends, welcome to Affairs Cloud Learn to Lead. This is Ashu and today we will discuss very important current affairs of third week of September. It means we will discuss 16 to 23 of September current affairs. You can see here this is the current affair weekly quiz and we will not discuss the news in detail, but we will cover all the questions of the this week because we covered detailed news in the daily analysis, but today we will revise all the current affairs by the questions. And you will get the subscription of our PDFs by subscribing our current affairs. You can visit our website, that is affairscloud/current affairs, or you can go to directly to the description box. There is a link of the subscription. So what you will get in the subscription, you will get the daily current affairs, you will get the weekly current affairs, you will also get the weekly test. This is very important to evaluate yourself, and you will get the monthly PDF. But there will be no one PDF, there will be the 5 PDFs. One with the top 100 PDF, 100 questions of the month. Second is the banking, finance and the economy PDF. This is very useful for the banking candidates who are preparing for the banking exam. Third is the pocket PDF. This is very important to revise the current affair. And fourth is the question and answer PDF. All the monthly current affair will be formatted in the question and answer form. So you can get this subscription at very minimal cost, and on that minimal cost we are providing you 10% extra discount. You can use our code, that is ASH10, and you will get the extra 10% discount. And these current affairs are available in Hindi as well as in English. So we are starting the weekly quiz, and here is our first question in the national affairs. First of all, we will discuss the national affairs. So there is first question. Government of India increases scholarship amount under Pragati and the Saksham scheme for which state students? The Ministry of Education launched this scheme, but I will not go to very detail because we covered this news in the detail section of the 16th of September 2020. So in the detail, if you want to know, then you can directly go to the 16th of September to 23rd of September because this video covers 16th September to 23rd of September. But we will not discussing the detailed analysis. We just covering the question and revising the question. And this is the Pragati and the Saksham. The amount was earlier 5,000 per annum, but now it is increased to 50,000 per annum. And this state is the Jammu and Kashmir, and especially it is for the child girl students. So remember this also. And this is the Jammu and Kashmir. Remember the scheme name, that is the Pragati and the Saksham. Moving to the next question. Who inaugurated 4th edition of Global Ayurveda Summit? Global Ayurveda Summit. So it is a 30-day Ayurveda program because by the Ayurveda you can improve your immunity due to COVID-19. So its theme is also emerging opportunities for Ayurveda during pandemic, and it is launched by, or you can say inaugurated by, Shri Venkaiah Naidu. It means our Vice President launched this scheme, Global Ayurveda Summit. So remember this Global Ayurveda Summit. Move on to next question. India to be self-reliant in fertilizer production by which year? So our Union Minister of Fertilizer, that is Sadanand Gowda ji, told that India will be self-reliant in the fertilizer production by the year of 2023, because currently we are basically importing 18 million of ton. We are importing 18 million of ton, and we are you can say we are producing almost 40 to 45 million of tons. It means there is a gap of 18 million ton because we are importing that, so we have to add just 18 million more. So it means India will be self-reliant in the fertilizer section, production of fertilizer section, by the year 2023. Move to next question. What is the rank of India in the World Bank Human Capital Index? Most important question, guys. Most important. Mark under the most important section. All the questions are important because I eliminated not so many important questions, but you can cover this question under the most important section. 2 or 3 things are important in this news. Basically Human Capital Index is released by the World Bank. You have to remember this is released by the World Bank. And second thing, most important, which country topped this index? The country topped in this index is the Singapore. So remember this, which country topped this index? That is the Singapore. And India's rank is 116th out of 174 countries. 116th rank. You have to remember the India's rank, guys. This is very important. 116th rank in the human capital formation or the human capital index. So moving to next question. India recently joined Djibouti Code of Conduct. This Code of Conduct is related to what? And this Code of Conduct is related to maritime security, because the African countries and there are the Arabian countries which are under the Djibouti Code of Conduct, so that they can trade in the legal manner and no interfere under the trade between these two areas. So this is very important. It is the area of the Red Sea area. So remember this also. This is the Djibouti Code of Conduct, and this is related to the maritime security. So remember this. Move to next question. Which ministry launched grand challenge for development of smart water supply management and monitoring system to be deployed at village level? All you know, under the Jal Jeevan mission, we have a target that we will provide the specific quantity and quality of water by the year 2022 to every rural household. Now, we want to system that is related to the information technology system, and there should be a smart water supply measurement and monitoring system. So, Ministry of Electronics, because it is related to information technology, and Ministry of Jal Shakti, because there is a Jal Jeevan mission, both started this challenge, and under this grand challenge, they are inviting proposal from Indian tech startups, MSMEs, and Indian companies for the solution, so that they can monitor and supply the water with the new information technology. That's why there is a concern of the Ministry of Electronics and IT, and it is started by both. So remember, both A and B. There is a term that is the ICT Grand Channel, the ICT Grand Challenge. Remember this word. This is most important word. ICT means information and communication technology. So they want to integrate smart water supply with the information and technology. So this is the main news. Both A and B answer. Move to next question. Hardeep Singh Puri, Ministry of Civil Aviation, inaugurated India's first general aviation terminal at which airport? So this is important question because it is related to the general aviation. It means there will be a separate terminal for the chartered flights, for the small aircrafts who are going on the privately basis. So there is the word general aviation means there are some you can say chartered flights, and it is started in the Indira Gandhi International Airport. Remember this. This is started in the Indira Gandhi International Airport. Move to next question. Which city topped in the second Smart City Index 2020? Markandar, most important. Earlier we have done that Human Capital Index. The India's rank is 116th. But now we are talking about the second Smart City Index, and which city topped under this index, because it is a city rank, not a country rank. And this city, that is the Singapore. So remember, Singapore topped in the second Smart City Index. And if you see the top 100 countries, India has top 100 cities, India has 4 cities under this second Smart City Index. And top is the Hyderabad, that is on the 85th number, that is the Hyderabad. Now moving to next question. Recently, Union Minister Harsimrat Kaur Badal resigned. She was Minister of which department? Very simple question, but it is very important that she was Minister of Food Processing Industry. So remember, Food Processing Industry. Now this ministry goes to Narendra Singh Tomar, that is our Agriculture Minister. So remember, Union Minister Harsimrat Kaur Badal resigned. Next question. PM Modi inaugurates Kosi Rail Mega Bridge in which state? That is very simple question. Kosi Rail Mega Bridge, that is in the Bihar. So because Kosi River flows in the Bihar, so that's why Kosi Rail Mega Bridge is in Bihar. Move to next question. Who released a report named as India-Japan Time to Resize New Opportunities over a Virtual Platform? This is just to strengthen the relation between India and Japan, and the older ties and the new ties will be mentioned under the India-Japan, this time to size new opportunities. So this is by S. Jaishankar, that is our Foreign Minister, or you can say External Affairs Minister. Remember, India-Japan Time to Resize New Opportunity. The keyword is this. Next question. Which country with India resumed joint coordinated border patrol to prevent criminal activities? Now it is a coordinated border patrol. It means they want to eliminate the illegal trafficking, they want to eliminate the terrorism activities on the border areas. So they just resumed the coordinated border patrol to prevent criminal activities, and this country is the Bangladesh, because India is sharing maximum boundary with the Bangladesh, that is 4096 kilometer. And you have to tell me in the comment box that how many states are sharing boundary with the Bangladesh, and what are the name of that states. So remember, you have to comment this question in the comment box, and the country is Bangladesh. Next is the engineering student of which institute have developed SWAS-NAIR. It's a first of kinds helmet-like ventilation device. Because in India, ventilators are in shortage. That's why SWAS-NAIR will reduce deaths caused by due to lack of ventilators in the country. So it is like a bubble enclosure for the head. It is like a helmet. It works on the principle of hyperbaric oxygen therapy, which is mainly used to treat the you can say the illness and the other medical complications. So it is very important, and it is developed by IIT Bhubaneswar, that is the International Institute of Information and Technology, Bhubaneswar. So remember the word SWAS-NAIR. SWAS means that is breathe. So this is the IIIT Bhubaneswar, that is the International Institute of Information and Technology. So remember this. Move to next question. What is the name of app launched by Southern Railways as a part of its efforts to boost freight traffic and add more customers to its base? That is related to the freight traffic. It means they want to transfer the good. If you want to transfer the good from one place to another, then it is very important for the consumers or the distributors who want to transfer the things or the goods from one station to another station. So you can access all the services through the app, and the app is known as the Freight Seva. So remember the name of the app, that is the Freight Seva. So answer should be A. So answer should be A, and it will add more customer because there is a app and you can easily access all the services through the app. And what is the location of the Southern Railway? It means the headquarter of the Southern Railway. There are four main railways, that is Northern Railways Delhi, Southern Railways Chennai, Eastern Railways Calcutta, and Western Railways Churchgate. Churchgate is in Mumbai. So remember this, and Freight Seva you have to remember. Move to next question. Which organization signed a statement of intent with Indian School of Public Policy to provide training, mentoring and other activities to the officers of the Indian government that will provide the training, monitoring and other activities to the Indian officers, so that the capacity building program can be achieved. So it is basically for the capacity building of the Indian officers, and it is started with the Niti Aayog. You have to remember this. It is started with the Niti Aayog, that is the Indian School of Public Policy. Indian School of Public Policy, that is very important, and it is Niti Aayog. Move to next question. India launched the first ever direct cargo ferry service to which country? Most important question, guys. Mark under most important section, because it is the first time that direct cargo ferry service in the country started with India, and that country is Maldives. So remember, that country is Maldives. India is so much indulged in the Maldives, and we are so much generating the infrastructure projects and even building the infrastructure project in the Maldives. Recently, we are building the cancer hospital. We are building a you can say cricket stadium that is in the Maldives, and it is by the India. So remember this, Maldives. That is the first direct cargo ferry service. Move to next question. India extend US $250 million support to amid COVID-19. We are providing money. We are not taking money. We are providing money to a country so that they can tackle the COVID-19 problem very easily. And India extend $250 million to the Maldives. Again, the country is Maldives. So remember, India is also donating money to other countries to tackle the COVID-19 problem. India is not only taking the money, India is also giving the money. Move to next question. Konkan Railway handed over 2 modern diesel electrical multiple unit trains to which country railway? This is important because this is the first time that we are giving some you can say electric engines or the electric railway units to other country. So this is important, and this country is the Nepal. So remember, this country is the Nepal, and we are basically manufacturing these railway units, and we are providing to the other country. We are provided 2 modern diesel electrical multiple unit to Nepal. So remember this is a train units. Next question. Which company will launch India's first CRISPR COVID-19 test? So it is related to the science and technology, but we are covering under the national news because it is a national company. That's why we are covering under the national news. And what is the CRISPR technology? It is basically modifying the DNA structure. It is basically modifying the gene structure, or you can say editing the DNA. So it is basically a Tata Group who is just started the first CRISPR COVID-19 test. So it is very useful because all over world it is the first basically institute who is starting this type of the COVID-19 test. This is the Tata Group. Remember this. Move to next question. Indo-Tibetan Border Police collaborated with which state tourism development board to promote adventure sport activities? And again, because COVID-19, the tourism activities in the state very much reduced. That's why they want to revive the tourism activities. That's why Indo-Tibetan Border Force or the police started this type of the pact for promoting the adventure sport activity. And this state is the Uttarakhand. This state is the Uttarakhand, guys. Remember, this state is Uttarakhand. Move to next question. Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs has approved an increase in the minimum support price for which type of crop? This is important, guys, because it is related to agriculture, and so many questions are coming from agriculture in the recent exams like UPPSC, UPSC. So it is very important. And the answer is Rabi crops, because currently you can see in the October and the November there is a time period of sowing of Rabi crops. That is, you can say wheat. That is very important example of the Rabi crop. So the MSP is announced before sowing of the crop. That's why the answer is the Rabi crop. So by example you can remember that is the wheat. Kharif example is the rice. Zaid example is the watermelon. Cucumber. That is the example of the crops. Now moving to next question, and all the question of the national affairs are completed. Now we are moving to the international affairs. And here is first question: which countries are elected as the member of the United Nations Commission on Status of Women? So this is important. I covered this news in very detail, so you have to visit our section of the daily current affairs for the detailed news. And which countries are elected as member of the United Nations Commission on the Status of Women? And the countries are India and Afghanistan. Remember, two countries elected as a member of the United Nations Commission on the Status of Women. Move to next question. 10th Defense Technology and the Trade Initiative was held between India and which country? This is related to the defense technology and the trade initiative, because we want to strengthen our defense sector in the you can say amid of the India-China relation and the India and the other countries. So we have to strengthen our defense technology, and we have started the pacting with the country, that is the USA. So it is the 10th Defense Technology and the Trade Initiative. So this is the USA. Move to next question. Which country became the first country to issue 7-year sovereign bond, SDG bond? And this is very important because it's the Sustainable Development Goal bonds, and they will issue some Sustainable Development Goals bonds. And if any country is buying these bonds, it means the money goes to the this country, that is the Mexico. And if the Mexico is using this money to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals, and this is very important, and this is the first time that any country is issuing these type of the bonds, that is the Sustainable Development Goal bonds, and it is 7-year sovereign bonds, and it is started by the Mexico. Remember the country name, that is the Mexico. Now, very little news related to the international affairs. Now we are moving to the banking, finance, and the economy business section. So first news is the ADB, that is the Asian Development Bank, predicted the Indian GDP contraction in the year 2020-21, that is the 9%. So you can see here that is the 9%, that is the predicted by the ADB. But I will made a specific video for the contraction of the economy because many rating agencies and the many international organizations predicted the India's contraction in the year 2020 and 21. So I will make a different video for that. Move to next question. RBI issued a notification mandating banks to complete the automation of NPA recognition process by which date and year? Currently, NPA recognition is done through a manual process, but by the date or year, you have to tell me this will be automated, and this will be the you can say automatically done through the software, and NPA recognition will proceed under the automation sector. Now, tell me which date. And it is by the 30th June 2021, because 1st July will be the new year of the RBI, because RBI financial year ends on the 30th June. That's why the date is the 30th June 2021. So NPA recognition will be the automatic by the year 2021, and date is the 30th June. Move to next question. SBI General Insurance and which bank signed a corporate agency agreement? So I already told you that if any insurance company is signing an agreement with the bank, it means they want to sell their products of the insurance company to the bank customers. And SBI General Insurance tying up with the Yes Bank. So they want to revive the Yes Bank. So they are just selling their insurance product to the Yes Bank customers. So answer is the Yes Bank. Move to next question. Titan Company Limited in collaboration with which bank introduced Titan Pay? Titan Pay is basically a watch software. So by waving a watch, you can pay the transaction amount. So this is very important because it is the first time that any watch system of the transaction is started, and it is the Titan Pay, and it is started with the SBI. So remember the answer is A. Move to next question. SBM Bank Limited and which card provider company have collaborated to launch SBM World Debit Card? SBM World Debit Card. What is the meaning of the SBM? That is the State Bank of the Mauritius. So, guys, tell me, SBM Bank, or you can say SBM Bank India branch had, and which card holder provide company have collaborated to launch SBM World Debit Card? World Debit Card by the SBM, and it is started with the, yes, guys, it is started with the Mastercard. So remember, it is started with the Mastercard. Move to next question. In which Indian PSU company has signed a memorandum of understanding with Swiss Rapid AG to start maglev train, that is the magnetic levitation projects in India? Which company is starting these type of the train or building these type of the train, that is the magnetic levitation? Because these are already going in the Switzerland, and that's why they are tying up with the Swiss Rapid X Switzerland company to start these projects in India. And this is the magnetic based trains. I think you had seen this train. This is the magnetic levitation projects, and this is by the Power Grid Corporation of India Limited. So remember, by the Power Grid Corporation of India Limited and the Swiss Rapid AG started maglev train projects in India. Move to next question. Which bank launched an online credit solution platform digital business loans for small and medium enterprises? Digital business loans for small and medium enterprises, and this bank is the DBS. So remember, the answer is the DBS Bank. That is the Development Bank of Singapore. So they started digital business loans for the SME because in the COVID-19, all the industries, even it is small, medium or the large industries, they are going down. So that's why to revive these industries, they have started this digital business loans. Move to next question. ICICI Home Finance launched Apna Ghar Dreams. It is a new home loan scheme for skilled laborers of which state or UT? It means there is a scheme of Apna Ghar Dreams. If it means if anyone want to construct a home, then they can take a loan from the ICICI Home Finance. But it should be noted that they work under the skilled labor scheme. It means they work under the skilled labor category, and he can be the electrician, mechanic, painter, grocery, and the loan up to 2 lakh to 50 lakh will be given, and it is the UT of Delhi. So remember, it is for the specifically UT of the Delhi, and it is for the skilled laborers only. So remember, you can be asked that which state started or the which bank started a special type of the loan for the skilled laborers of the Delhi. So you have to remember, this is the ICICI. Move to next question. Which company has partnered with Common Service Centers for a chatbot to empower rural community? Rural community. So it's a WhatsApp chatbot. So remember, it's a WhatsApp chatbot to empower rural communities by providing digital skills at their doorstep and to create livelihood through the promotion of the rural entrepreneurship. So by the chatbot, they will provide the videos, voice data, or you can say data content in service, or the areas of the e-governance, education, health, telemedicine. Every sector will be covered through the videos, voice, and the data content. So this is through the WhatsApp chatbot. So remember, there are the common service centers of the center government. Move to next question. Which bank introduced iLead 2.0 to enhance customer services? This is just to enhance its services of the bank. And which bank started this? So this is very important. iLead 2.0. You have to remember this because it will help the bank to build and sustain business relationship with the new customers and the existing customers of the bank. And it is just to provide the services. And it is started by the Canara Bank. So it is started by the Canara Bank. Remember, iLead is started by the Canara Bank. Move to next question. Which bank launched Vikas Lagu Swarn, a special gold loan scheme? This is very important because it is the gold loan scheme, and it is started by some bank, and the name of the scheme is the Vikas Lagu Swarn. Swarn means gold, and it is Karnataka Vikas Gramin Bank. Remember, it is Karnataka Vikas Gramin Bank. They are providing loan up to maximum up to 15 lakh, and they are also charging the 7.25 of interest rate on that type of loan, but you have to pledge the gold to the bank. So this is the main Karnataka Vikas Gramin Bank. Next question. Recently, time period of the company law committee increased by 1 year. Who is the chairman of this committee? So you have to tell me. Company law committee time period increased by 1 year. Earlier it was appointed in 2019 and till 2020, but now 1 year time period again extended. And this is a 11 member. It means 11 member committee, and this is just to form to see the company laws of the 1956 and 2013. So the chairman, or you can say head of this committee, is the Rajesh Verma. So remember, the name is the Rajesh Verma. This is headed by Rajesh Verma. Move to next question. State Bank of India initiated Mahila Atmanirbharshil Achani in which state? Again, this is a specific for the state because earlier ICICI Bank launched for the Delhi. Now it is the State Bank of India who started Mahila Atmanirbharshil Achani scheme for which state? And it is very important because they are empowering the women, and women empowerment is going through the Women Self Reliance program. It means they are providing some money to empower the women or to improve the women entrepreneurship programs. And the state is very important, and they started this scheme in the Assam. They will provide some amount to the self-help groups so that they can enhance their finance facility, and with the interested they can provide the income to the rural livelihood. So this is the main motive of this scheme, Mahila Atmanirbharshil Achani. Move to next question. SBI Life Bank Insurance signs banker insurance pact with which bank? I already told you SBI Life Insurance signed this pact with the Yes Bank. So you have to remember this. It means they will sell the insurance product to the Yes Bank customers. Yeah, next question, that is important because this is the Ministry of Finance that predicted in 2020-21 the economy will contract, but in 2022 the economy will develop at the growth rate of 19%. You have to remember this because earlier government said that in the 2020-21 the Indian economy will contract by 23.9%. But after that Indian economy will grow by 19% because it is a government data, so you have to remember this. Move to next question. SBI Card collaborate with which company to enable customer to use their cards on company app? So this is important, guys. SBI Card, it means on that app SBI Card, you can use the SBI Card on that app. So this is the basic news. SBI Card collaborate with which company to enable customer to use their cards on the company's app? So it is very simple. This is the Google Pay. So on the Google Pay app now you can use the SBI Card. Simple. Next question. Which bank initiated emerging entrepreneurship business vertical to help entrepreneurs? Emerging entrepreneurship business, that is the EEB. If you want to become an entrepreneur, then this is a scheme for you. That this is just to those customers who are unbanked and the underbanked segment. Then the Bandhan Bank has set up a new device, that is the emerging entrepreneurship business, to assist his this segment in the becoming entrepreneur. So this is very important. If you want to become entrepreneur, then you can avail this type of the scheme, and this is started by the Bandhan Bank. Remember the Bandhan Bank, it is very important. Move to next question. HDFC Life Science Corporate Agency agreement with which bank? Again, it is a life insurance pact of the HDFC, and they want to sell their life insurance product to the bank customer, and it is again the answer is same, that is the Yes Bank. So SBI General Insurance and also HDFC Life signed a pact with the Yes Bank. Move to next question, and all the question of the banking section covered, and we are now moving to the awards and the recognition, most important section which are coming in every exam, came in every exam. So mark under important section, awards and recognition. Which person honored with the Euro Money Lifetime Achievement Award 2020? Just remember the award name and the person name. Don't remember anything else. Which person honored with the Euro Money Lifetime Achievement Award 2020? And answer is very simple. That is the Aditya Puri. You can say MD of the HDFC Bank. He received this Lifetime Achievement Award 2020. And this award is just to recognize the banks and the bankers. So this goes to the Aditya Puri, MD of the HDFC Bank. But he will retire on the 26th of October, and new MD that will be the Shashidhar Jagdishan. So remember, Shashidhar Jagdishan will be the new MD of the HDFC Bank, and Aditya Puri is currently the MD of HDFC. Move to next question. Who received 2020 Asia Game Changer Award for Asia Society? And it is very important because it is the Asia's game changer, and this person provide free food in the COVID-19 to the very marginal people or the poor people, and this person is the Vikas Khanna. Remember, the name of the chef is the Vikas Khanna, who received this Asia's Game Changer Award because in the COVID-19 he provided food to the needy people. Next question. Who has been named to the 2020 Cohort Young Leader for the Sustainable Development Goals by the United Nations? Again, very famous name, and very much youngster because he started a company named Glass to Sand. Glass to Sand. It means they are just converting 8,000 bottles from being dumped into the landfills and have produced almost 4,800 kilogram of high grade silica sands with them. So it is very important because they are achieving the sustainable development goals and they are helping the India to achieve the sustainable development goals. So this is very important, and this is goes to the Udit Singhal, and you guys will surprise if I tell the age of this boy, that is the 18 years old, just 18 years old. Now moving to next question, who won the Ig Nobel Prize, that is the IG Nobel Prize 2020 for medical education? And this is not a basically award, this is a humor, because Ig Nobel is basically antonium of the Nobel, and Ig Nobel Prize is instituted in 1991 by a person named Mark Abraham, with an objective to honor the achievements that make people laugh and then think. And this award will comprise basically a paper box trophy, along with a real fake $10 trillion bill of Zimbabwe. So it is just to recognize the improper research of something, like that's award goes to the Narendra Modi ji. So remember, this question I think will not be asked, but remember this is a funny, that is Narendra Modi get this award because he received this award for the improperable research, and this award already given to Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji when he predicted, you can say, tested atomic bombs in 1998. He received this award in the peace. So it is again opposite. So in 1998 he received. So Narendra Modi is the second prime minister who won this Ig Nobel Prize. So next, moving to the state news. Which state signed MOU with Small Industries Development Bank of India, that is the SIDBI, to develop its micro, small and medium enterprises ecosystem? It means the SIDBI and the state want to develop a micro, small and medium enterprise ecosystem. It means maximum to maximum industries can set up in that state so that COVID-19 problem can be, you can say, eliminated. And this is the state of Rajasthan. So remember, this is the state of Rajasthan, and one state is the Gujarat, who signed this type of pact with the SIDBI. So remember, Rajasthan and the Gujarat. Move to next question. Which state government launched backyard horticulture program so that they can enhance the income of the family? So by the horticulture, you can grow the vegetables, you can grow the fruits, and you can use at home, and the remaining vegetable and fruit you can sell in the market. So this is the basic purpose of the backyard horticulture, and it is started by the Jammu and Kashmir. So remember this. Move to next question. The new All India Institute of Medical Science under the Pradhan Mantri Swasthya Suraksha Yojana will be established in which state? Just remember, this is AIMS. AIMS hospital will be set up in which state? New AIMS will be set up in which state? That is in Darbhanga, Bihar. So remember, due to elections, Prime Minister Modi ji started so many things in the Bihar, and this AIMS will be established in Bihar. Move to next question. Which state government launched first of its kind the Primary Agriculture Cooperative Society, that is the Pothgal web portal known as the www.pacs, that is the PACS stands for the Primary Agriculture Cooperative Society, pothgal.com. So remember this, the name, that is the Pothgal web portal. So this is the first time that in India this type of the portal started, which contains all the details of the loans, loan processes and the services offered by the cooperative societies, because it is related to the cooperative society and the state is related to Telangana. So remember, this Pothgal web portal started in the state of the Telangana, and it is the first time in India any cooperative society portal is started, and this web portal is available in Telugu and in English. Move to next question. Which state signed MOU with the SIDBI to provide capacity building and the market support to state micro small? I already told you, and this state is Gujarat, because SIDBI signed two agreements with the states. One is the Rajasthan and second is the Gujarat. Both are the neighboring states, and this is important. Move to next question. Which state launched a Poshan Sarkar program? That is important. Remember this word, Poshan Sarkar. It is basically a type of campaign, or you can say nutrition campaign, and this state is the Madhya Pradesh. Madhya Pradesh started this Poshan Sarkar program or the campaign with the main objective of ensuring active participation of the local bodies and the rural panchayats, and you can say the urban bodies in the nutrition campaign, or it is the local government program. So remember, the Poshan Sarkar is related to the Madhya Pradesh. Move to next question. Which state government started road accident insurance scheme for accident victims, and this state is the Maharashtra, because the scheme name is the Balasaheb Thackeray road accident insurance scheme. and expenditure of rupees 30,000 will be borne by the state if they are covered under the 72 of the critical hours, that is the initial 72 hours, and if they are using the 74 enlisted medical procedures, so the state government will provide the up to 30,000 rupees, and it is by the Maharashtra, that is the Balasaheb Thackeray Road Accident Insurance Scheme. Move to next question. Which state or the UT government launched Arthik Sampada loan dispersal scheme? This is important because the loan amount will be dispersed to the women account so that they can use this amount to the other productive areas. So this will be disturbed in the 4 installment, and it is the state of the Karnataka. It is the state of the Karnataka. Same types of the scheme is started by the Andhra Pradesh also. That is Karnataka, and also there are 2 type of the you can say the loan dispersal scheme. One is for the agriculture sector. Total 15,300 crore will be dispersed in the agriculture section, and 24,000 will be dispersed in the non-agriculture sector, so that the connectivity or the you can say the COVID-19 problem can be tackled in the agriculture sector and the non-agriculture sector, and it's the state of the Karnataka. Yediyurappa is the chief minister. Move to next question. Where is the international conference on aerosol air quality, climate change and impact on water resources and livelihood in the Greater Himalayas held? Because the name is the Greater Himalayas, so remember this state is the Uttarakhand, and it is held in the Nainital, that is in Uttarakhand. So remember, it is Uttarakhand where aerosol air quality, climate change and impact on water resources and livelihood in the Greater Himalayas held. It is just to discuss the air quality impact, climate change impact and the water resources and the livelihood impact. Move to next question. Which state government announced subsidy scheme for electric two-wheelers and the e-rickshaws? So this is important, and this state is the Gujarat. Who want to purchase a two-wheeler, that is the electric two-wheelers and the electric e-rickshaws, then the state government will provide some type of the money to the you can say the consumer of the two-wheelers or the e-rickshaws. Now next question. Which state government launched Mukhyamantri Mahila Utkarsh Yojana scheme to provide interest-free loan to women groups? And this is very important because Mukhyamantri Mahila Utkarsh Yojana, and they are providing interest-free loan to women groups, and this is very important to enhance the women capability and just to increase the women entrepreneurship. And the state is providing 1 lakh rupees to the women groups, not the individual women. They are providing 1 lakh to the women group, and at least the women group will consist of 10 women members, and total expenditure of the state will be the 1,000 crore, and this is the interest free, and the state is again Gujarat. So remember, the Mukhyamantri Mahila Utkarsh Yojana and the e-electric vehicles will be provided, that is the e-scooter and the e-rickshaw will be provided by the Gujarat. Move to next question. Which state government become the first state with policies of ethical artificial intelligence, blockchain and the cyber security? Remember, this is the most important news, marked under the most important, because they are providing the policy of the artificial intelligence, blockchain intelligence and the cyber security, and this state is the Tamil Nadu, because they passed the laws in the 2020 related to the cyber security, artificial intelligence and the blockchain, and it is the first state who passed this type of the laws, and it is Tamil Nadu. Move to next question, and it is the important days. And just guys, remember the important days, because I even didn't miss the one day, but you have to remember which I included under this section. So first is the Engineer Day, most important, that is on the 15th of September 2020. It is the Mokshgundam Visheshwarai. He is very important personality, and remember Engineers Day, that is on the 15th of September. Next is the International Democracy Day, that is also on the 15th September. How you will remember this? That is the Engineer Democracy. I already told you in the daily videos that Engineer Democracy is celebrated on the 15th of September. Engineers means that is the Engineer Day, and Democracy means the International Democracy Day on the 15th September. And Engineer Day is celebrated with the name of the Mokshgundam Vishweshwarai. So remember, he was very renowned engineer. He worked under the Mysore Kingdom. Now move to next question. Ozone Day, World Ozone Day is annually observed across the globe on which day? That is on 16th of September, guys. Remember, the 16th of September is celebrated as the World Ozone Day. Why it is celebrated? It is just to spread awareness on the importance of ozone layer and the effective ways to protect it. And this is very important. And remember, theme of the 2020, that ozone for life. 35 years of ozone layer protection. So this is the main theme, that is ozone for life. So ozone is present in the which layer of atmosphere? That is the yes guys, that is stratosphere. So it is main reason that we are living on earth, that is the ozone layer. Move to next question, that is the World Patient Safety Day. That is important because due to the COVID-19, that health worker safety, a priority for the health patient safety, that is celebrated on the 17th of September. 17th of September. So ozone, you can remember that that first is the engineer democracy, that is on the 15th. 16th in the ozone day. 17th is the World Patient Safety Day. Remember this. Move to next question, that is the World Bamboo Day. It is very important for the northeastern states because bamboo is used for the irrigation facility. So this is basically a green gold, you can say, that is the bamboo. So it is celebrated on the 18th of September. Bamboo now is the theme. Bamboo Day. World Bamboo Day is on the 18th of September 2020. Next is the International Coastal Cleanup Day because it is just related to the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, you can say, and you can already remember that on this day we started so many campaigns and we started Blue Flag Beaches program. Blue Flag Beaches program is basically to clean the beach of that area, and India has 8 Blue Flag beaches. 8 Blue Flag beaches, it means purely clean beaches. Move to next day, that is the Equal Pay Day. That is on the 18th September, that the women and the men will be equal on the pay scale if they are on the same post. So if the woman is working in the private sector and the man is working in the private sector and they are on same post, men will be pay high and the woman will be pay less. So it is basically to remember the Equal Pay Day, that is on the 18th September. So remember, on the 18th you will get the pay and your wife will also get the pay, or your mother will also get the pay. So it is the Equal Pay Day. Move to next question, the International Day of Peace is observed annually on which day? So this is just to promote the peace on that day. It means this day will be developed to strengthening the ideas of the peace through observing 24 hours of non-violence and the ceasefire. The theme of this day is the Shaping Peace Together. Shaping Peace Together. And the day is celebrated on the 21st of September. 21st of September. Move to next, that is the Red Panda Day, that is on the 19th September. Not so much important day, but you can remember by the picture, that is the Red Panda Day on the 19th of September. 19th of September. So how you can remember? If you are not giving me equal pay on the 18th of September, then on 19th I will become red. It means I will be angry. So you can remember this is the Red Panda Day on the 19th of September. You can remember by this. So next is the 21st of September 2020, that is the Alzheimer Day, World Alzheimer Day. And 21st September is also International Peace Day. So if you are not basically keeping peace, then Alzheimer, then in your brain Alzheimer can take place. So it means you will get the Alzheimer if you are not giving peace to the other countries. You can remember by this also. So I am just basically managing to remember you guys. So this is very important. 21st of September, World Alzheimer Day. Examiner can ask any type of day because every day is something. So World Rhino Day is celebrated internationally on which day? So this is important day because there are total 5 species of rhino all over world. This is a black, white, greater one-horned rhino, Sumatran, or the Javan rhino. So there are 5 type of species. That's why the theme is the 5 rhino species forever. 5 species, 5 rhino species forever. So this is the main theme of the World Rhino Day. And why it is celebrated? Just to create the awareness for threats facing all 5 rhino species. That is the black species, white species, greater one-horned rhino, that is in India, that is in the Kaziranga National Park, Sumatran, that is in the Sumatra Island, and Javan, that is then Java Island. So this is the main black, white, India, Sumatra, or the Java. These are the 5, and it is celebrated on the 22nd of September 2020, World Rhino Day. Move to next, World Car Free Day, that is on the 22nd of September. 22nd of September again. Rhino is also on the 22nd of September, and you can see World Rose Day also on the 22nd of September. Now how you will remember? You can remember, I will pick a rose on 22nd of September, then go by bicycle or go by walk, and will meet the rhino on that day and will give the rose to the rhino. So you can remember World Rose Day. It is just the welfare of the cancer patients. And the second is the World Car Free Day. You can go by walk or the public transport, or to meet the rhino, it means the World Rhino Day. So these 3 days you can mark on the 22nd of September. You can remember all the 3, that is on the 22nd of September. Next is the appointment and resignation. Again, very important section, that is the appointment and resignation. So here is our first question. Who is appointed as executive director of the World Bank? Just remember the name, nothing else in this news. Who is appointed as the executive director of the World Bank? That is the Rajesh Kular. Remember Rajesh Kular. He belongs to the Haryana. Executive director of the World Bank, Rajesh Kular. Next, who is appointed as the executive director of Asian Development Bank, ADB? That is again important, ADB. That is Samir Kumar Khare. Remember, ADB is the Samir Kumar Khare and the World Bank is the Rajesh Kular. So you have to remember these appointments. Next is the which Indian cricketer become brand ambassador of the Great Learning? Great Learning, that is a education app and it is the Virat Kohli. Virat Kohli become the brand ambassador of the Great Learning. Who is elected as the Japan new prime minister? Everyone knows, that is the Yoshihide Suga. Remember the Yoshihide Suga. Next, which Indian cricketer become brand ambassador of Paytm First Games? That is, I repeated so many times, that is the Sachin Tendulkar in the Daily News. Sachin Tendulkar. Next, which Indian cricketer become the brand ambassador of the Nine Stack? That is the poker platform. That is the online poker platform. That is the Nine Stacks. Nine Stacks is the Suresh Raina. Belongs to Suresh Raina, brand ambassador. Moving to next, center government set up a high-level committee headed by whom to prepare roadmap to probe reports of snooping by Chinese firm. That Chinese firms are snooping Indian, you can say, leaders, Indian celebrities, Indian most famous persons. And to investigate this type of thing, a committee is formed, and this committee is headed by Lieutenant General Rajesh Pant. So remember, Lieutenant General Rajesh Pant. Examiner can ask this type of question also. Rajesh Pant. Move to next question. Who is appointed as a new chief of the NTRO? That is the National Technical Research Organization. National Technical Research Organization. That is the Anil Dashmana. So remember this, Anil Dashmana. He will succeed this Satish Chandra Jha, but now he will, Anil Dashmana will become the NTRO, not NRTO. That is the NTRO, National Technical Research Organization. Next, who is the only Indian appointed as a member of 7-member task force in the AFC? AFC, that is the Australian Federation, Australian Football Council. That is not the Asian Football basically Council. It is the Asian Football Confederation. So remember this. This is not the Australian Football Club or the Australian Football. That is the, you can say, Asian Football Confederation. Remember this. To regulate the football clubs in Asia and Australia. So there is a 7-member committee so that they can control the football clubs in the Asia and Australia, because they are so much in the Asia and Australia. So that's why they want to control, or they want to regulate these clubs, and they formed a 7-member task force of the Asian Football Federation. And who will be head of this committee? Or there are so many persons in this committee. I already told you there are 7 members. Windsor Zone will be the head of that committee, but we don't have to remember this head of committee. We just have to remember only one Indian who is the member of this committee, and that is the Dr. Girija Shankar Mungali. Remember, Dr. Girija Shankar Mungali will be the member of the 7-member committee of the Asian Football Confederation. Move to next question. Which person named as the interim president? That is the temporary president of the Mali, because in Mali military coup took place, and all the control basically covered by the military, and it is by the Colonel Banda. So remember, Colonel Banda will become the interim president of the Mali. Interim president of the Mali. And Colonel Assimi Goita will be the vice president of the Mali. Remember this also, vice president of the Mali. Now move to the science and tech question, and here is our first question, that this is just a information, not a news in the science and tech, that astronomers spot possible sign of the microbial life in the Venus clouds. So there can be a possibility of the life in the Venus cloud, and it is the astronomers who discovered that of type. So you can be asked that on which planet there is a sign of life, that is the Venus planet. Move to next question. Which state or the UT government metro launched India's first indigenous signaling technology, that is the IATS, under Make in India? So this is very important, because this type of the technology we borrowed from the Germany or the USA, but now it is the first time that it is the indigenous signaling. But most importantly, now it is Make in India concept. Now it is basically a subsystem of the signaling system developed by the communication based train control. It is just to signaling technology for the metro railway by automatically detecting all trains on a corridor. So now it is developed by the India, and this is started by the Delhi. So remember this. This is launched by the Delhi Metro. So remember this. Move to next question, and it is again only information, not a question. First ever planet named, that is the white dwarf 1856b, found orbiting a dead star. So remember the name of just the white dwarf, you can see here, and it is revolving around a dead star. That name of the white dwarf is the 1856. Move to the next section, that is the sports section, and here is most important news. Who won 77th edition of the Italian Open's men's single? Who won this? And this is the Novak Djokovic who won this Italian Open's men's singles. So remember this Italian Open men's singles. Next, who won the 77th edition of Italian Open women's singles? Women's singles, guys, who won this? And women's single won by the Simona Halep. So remember Simona Halep from the Romania, and Novak Djokovic is from Serbia. Simona Halep. So remember Italian woman. Now next is the obituary. That is very important. That is the Kapila Vatsyan passed away. She is the Indian cultural icon. She was basically a renowned scholar of Indian classical dance, art and architecture and art history, and passed away at New Delhi. She was 91-year-old, and she was also a former member of parliament. And very importantly, remember the name, that is the Kapila Vatsyan, and belongs to the cultural icon because she was related to many fields like classical dance, art, architecture, and the art and history. So she was also described as the grand matriarch. So remember, grand matriarch of the cultural research, because she was involved with the cultural research. So grand matriarch. So remember this. Move to next question, that is the former Indian player S.R. Patil passed away. Just remember the name S.R. Patil, and he was player of Indian cricket, and he passed away. Move to next news, that is the Mali former president. Again, you have to just remember the name of the Mali former president, that is the Moussa Traore. So remember Moussa, M-O-U-S-S-A, Moussa Traore. Moussa Traore. Moussa Traore, that he's passed away. Move to next question. What is the name of the former governor of Reserve Bank of India who recently passed away? And the name of the governor is the Amitabh Ghosh. So remember Amitabh Ghosh, who was the governor of Reserve Bank of India, passed away. Move to next, former Canadian Prime Minister. So just remember the name of the Mali president who passed away, and the former Canadian Prime Minister, that is the John Turner. He also passed away. John Turner, and he was Canadian Prime Minister, passed away. Next is the cultural and liberal icon US Justice. So remember, she was the Chief Justice of the US Supreme Court. So remember, this is very important, and this question can be asked. Mark this obituary in the important section. That Ruth Bader Ginsburg, or the Ruth Bader Ginsburg, she passed away. So she was the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court of the United States of America. She passed away. So remember this news. Ruth Bader Ginsburg, or you can remember by the name RBG, red, blue, green. That is from USA. Next section is the book and author. Now we are moving to books and author. Who wrote the book title Azadi, Freedom, Fascism and Fiction? So remember Azadi word, remember, because it means freedom, fascism and the fiction. And it is related to which person? Guys, tell me. And this book is written by this book is written by Arundhati Roy. This book is written by Arundhati Roy. So name of the book is the Azadi, Freedom, Fascism and Fiction. A book titled A Promised Land is the memoir of which person? Promised Land, that is the name of the book, and it is a memory of which person? And it is a memory of the Barack Obama. Which person? Barack Obama. And the presidential time period of the Barack Obama, his personal life memory will be integrated under this book, that A Promised Land by the Barack Obama. Move to next question, and it is basically obituary question, but we are covering under the books and author section, because the very famous book, that is Forrest Gump, that is the name of the book actually. Firstly, it was the name of the book, Forrest Gump, in 1985. He wrote this book, that is the Vincent Groom. He wrote this book. After that, the Tom Hanks' Forrest Gump. This movie was basically directed by the Robert Zemeckis in 1994. Now, basically the first, it was the book named as the Forrest Gump. Then he wrote again the book in 1995, that is the Gump and Company. So he used the name Gump. So remember, Vincent Groom is the name, but the author is passed away now. So remember, the Tom Hanks is the Forrest Gump is directed by Robert, and Forrest Gump book is written by, that is the Vincent Groom. Move to next question. Who wrote a book titled Voices of Dissent? This is again important book, that is the Voices of Dissent, and it is written by Romila Thapar. Voices of Dissent is written by Romila Thapar. It is related to basically the Delhi protester, or the protest in the Delhi or the different areas. So it is highlighted under the Voices of Dissent by the Romila Thapar. Move to next question. And no question for the today. and this is the whole week, that is the 16th to 23rd of September. I think you like this video, and if you like this video, then please subscribe this channel, and guys, please provide 300 likes, because it will motivate us to create a more content videos on a different areas. And it is Affairs Cloud promise that it will boost your confidence on the general aware section, and it is my personal promise, if you watching daily regular videos, and if you are studying under the PDF of the Affair Cloud current affairs, then your Affair Cloud, your current affair section will go strong, and your accuracy in the current affair will improve. And thank you again for watching this video. Take care.